Good morning, YouTube family. Thank you. Good morning, 12 for coming. I just want y'all to know a little bit about me, my history on YouTube. The first time I ever came on YouTube, I had a city council page. I was running for city council. And I took it after I had lost. I had got off of YouTube. And then when I got on a police advisory committee, we brought it back up. And the police advisory committee is a board that sit on the police department that have relationship with the police department and the people in the community or town where you live at. So one of the detectives had, we was doing a lot of events. I would do basketball tournaments. We would feed the hungry. We would do a lot of things concerning the inner city. And he helped me a lot on my YouTube page. So then after then, it wasn't active. I decided to run for board education. In the meanwhile, between city council and board education, we still was doing a lot of stuff, but I wasn't using my page. So while I was running for board education, we was doing a lot also advocating the community, a lot of things. I had other people was on board with me running for board education. So to me, when I came onto YouTube, so I found the YouTube streets, I came across the first one was Angry Man. And he was the first pin I ever got on because me and him had bumped heads. And I didn't know how to get on the pen. So the meanwhile, as I got to know Angry Man, I was looking more like looking in the clouds. And then O'Shea had the Rumble, the Sunday Rumbles. So they would have that also. And meanwhile, I was still doing my politics with other individuals, had their page and, stuff in the community, habitat, different boards and stuff. And then I came across Mr. Fantastic, this before he even had a page. So we encouraged him to do a page because he was doing uploads. Now, as I was in his chat, because I didn't know no females on the YouTube streets, but as I got to know, what was going on, the ins and the outs or whatever, his platform was more like trying to help guys with child support, women, and they work together and stuff like that. But as time went by, his platform, his content changed. So I left. And then after that, I had came across like different females, Leo, Real, Bayou Bunny. And what I am trying to say is here, one thing about good morning, sis.
Good morning.
Good morning. What I'm trying to say is, as growing up, my sister witness, we always been tomboys. We always been the type to help people. So in politics, that's why I help a lot of males when it comes to our laws, because you look at females, we have a lot of laws set up for us, but when it comes to males, it's hardly nobody really support the males. So to me, what I'm trying to say is, as I was on the YouTube streets, even though I was in the male space, a male never used me to come against another woman. But I noticed when I was in those space, I had a woman come against me concerning the males. Because one thing I find out about majority, not some women, is a lot of jealousy and envy. And now, as I was growing up, I found that up too. That's why my best friend was a male, and I had one female. It's like with women, there's always competition or something. And it's sad. So when I was on the YouTube streets, I was mostly in the male space, figuring out what's going on, but never, ever have a male use me to attack another woman. I always been fair to male and females. But I noticed in this space, a lot of females go against each other. And I know it's about the males. They stick together. So I said, when I do my content, when I started doing my content, it was about fashion and politics. I then got in a drama, in a beef. Everybody liked me. I was fair. But as my channel grew, we always had the males and females get together and talk about issues. And sis, do I do that in real life? Do I advocate for both parties in real life? And this is my real sister.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I do. My platforms is for both.
Mm-hmm.
But for someone to say that I'm in a manosphere, no. Been there, yes. But I've been feared of male and female. So my platform, and like some said, oh no, YouTube is just here for entertainment. No, I'm here to make a change. It probably not for y'all, for some who want to get into politics, who want to change the law and the policy. Like the other day, I was on Snoop channel, and the guy was talking about child support. And I had gave him some tips about child support. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, not everybody here on YouTube is come to destroy people, tear them down, talk about them, just want to be messy. No, what I'm doing is, and that's why I said I've been calling my sector the real sector. Shows my real name. Things I do on my panel, I do in real life. But to come here on YouTube and talk about somebody and try to hurt them, I don't do that in real life. And I ain't come on YouTube for this. So what I am doing, because one thing about my family, we all gifted. We all do things in the community. I'm bringing my real family and my real politicians, people for board education, people who are really doing things in the state of New York to my panel. And that's what my panel about. So if anybody want to know anything about me, my history, ask me. But one thing I never been a punk in life. I try to be mutual on these YouTube streets. I try to treat people the way they treat me. But one thing I found out about social media. See, you could be a gangster on social media, behind the computers and behind the phone. But I want to make my panel different. I want people to come together, brainstorm, and let's talk out different issues. We got single mothers raising young boys by themselves. We got ex-drug addicts. We got people who went through the divorce, me. Different things. That's what I want my panel about. Let's address different issues. Maybe some don't want to talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
But the penthouse, we do. How you feel about that, sis? Now, if I'm explaining everything,
I like that.
Yeah. And like I said, I know if nobody gonna have my back on the YouTube streets, my family is.
That's right.
My family. So who you know bringing their real family on the YouTube streets and using their real name? And what I'm saying, yes. And what I'm saying that when I come, I'm not coming to dox nobody. I'm not coming to start trouble nobody. But treat me like I treat you. And that's what it's all about here on YouTube. And that's what I want to do for Black History Month. I talk to my elected officials. And we're going to do this, guys. We're going to do this, you know, because we always say, and my cousin T, she was working out with me just morning, that we don't really need outsiders. Because my family alone is a lot of females. But when you do connect with us, it's a privilege. And people love us. Go ahead, T, you talk to this, Miss Sweet Kate.
Actually, I just popped on, so I'm not really familiar with what you're actually talking about right now. So give me a heads up on what's our topic today that we talking about. I heard you at the end of the discussion say that There is a lot of us, yes, and there's a lot of females in us, and we all are making our business to uplift, motivate, keep things on a positive kill. What we do is we want to see everyone succeed, whether it's male or female or whatever it is. We want to make a difference in our communities, in our families, and you know, just be a positive upbeat for those that are looking for positive avenues. If we can lead you in the right direction, that's what we'll do. If we can help you, that's what we do. So it's about a positive uplifting, because right now we need that, because the world is so full of hate, crime. We see a lot of death going on, included even in our family, as we have spoke about earlier on this week. And things and times is really changing right now. So right now, any avenue of positivity, hope, restoration, that's what we want to bring to the table.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Tawanda. Where's Sheila?
I'm not sure. I thought she was up there with you.
Well, I think she might have left.
Okay.
I'm on my way
And
to
how are you doing today, Miss Sandra? Is there anything you want to talk about this morning?
I'm driving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I gotta pay attention to the road.
Okay. We're not gonna exactly what is Sheila's topic for today? What is it that she's actually out giving people wisdom on today? What is her topic for today? Did you hear? Okay, well,
I'm talking. I had it on mute and I was talking. She see a lot of men supporting men, but she don't see women supporting women.
okay.
That's what she left off that. She was just saying that, like women always tendency to bring other women down, like out of jealousy or something. But she sees the men, they lift each other up, which women don't.
Yeah, sometimes we do come with a lot of baggage and things like that. This is one of the reasons why I Am Every Woman was developed, is so that we as women can learn to come together. We take on a lot. We're mothers, we're single mothers. Sometimes we have to take the role of stepping in where the male is not, stepping up to the plate, to be the father. We can't be men, but we can do the best that we can do in raising our family. Women always have to step into roles that really is actually not created for the woman. And sometimes we get in bad relationships and we become bitter, we become angry, and we sometimes may look at the other woman as being successful or as a threat to them, when we actually need to begin to pull together as women, because all of us have things that we go through that shape us into the women that we are today. And it's time for the women to heal, to be restored, to find out where their place is and who they were purposely designed to be. Sometimes we spend our whole life trying to figure out, and it's time for us women to come together and rise and stop.
Excuse me, I hear you. You kind of low.
Ow.
Yeah, you was low. I just got back off the phone. So, what I was saying so far?
Tawanda.
Yes. You can't hear me?
Yeah, now you can.
Okay, what I was saying that I just want to give y'all a little history where I was from YouTube. So that's what I'm doing now. And but now on to this one forward, my sector, either 12 was here for me for the beginning. I always call my sector the real sector because Sheila is my real name. I came on as myself, and I'm gonna be doing real things that you could apply in your real life. So like I said, I bring my real family on here, and my life is an open book, and I never ever attack another woman. A guy used me to attack another woman. So the end of the day is we always been tomboys. We always been around boys all our life. We was raised in the projects. So I never been around a lot of women because I have a lot of cousins and sisters. So we don't really have to hang with nobody because it's 5 girls and 1 boy. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, that's right, the real sector in the penthouse. What I'm trying to say is my content is different. And I'm going to keep it like that. How I started, that's how I'm going to end it. And that's what God put in my spirit. So I welcome my family here. Like I said, if nobody going to have my back, my family will. My family know who I am. And also, I'm bringing my real elected officials on my platform. So I just want to thank all y'all for supporting me. And it's a blessing when you have a channel that's been monetized. And you could take it for good and encourage and motivate people. But that's what it's all about. Now this is the time people who get ready for next year for election. And what they do is they always do a year ahead of time. So the ones of y'all, just get involved. Or you don't have to get involved. Just see who ward you in. Who your mayor. Who on your board of education. I mean, who in your county. I mean, if you don't have a mayor, the supervisor, get it, have a relationship with your police department. These are things y'all should do. You know? And thank you, 12. But
that is so true, and Sheila, that is so true because, just like look at the little baby that was just on the news, 11-month-old little girl got shot in her car seat. So that stuff that you're saying is good. Get in contact with your, get physical with your mayor, your councilman, and all that type of stuff. That's good because I think that person got away with shooting that little baby. That was a baby.
You know
what? They got shot the other day. A baby, Sheila.
And what it is, though, we have a rule: snitches don't snitch and stuff. But one thing about other people, did embrace the community. We had to start really standing up. We had to really, really, start looking out for one another.
Yeah, and
Good or bad.
who's gonna be accountable for that little girl dying?
Yeah.
Come on.
And we get mad when the police shoot us, but we don't get mad when it's black on black crime. We don't hold each other accountable. We don't. Even in spaces that we've been attacking each other and stuff like that, we justify different stuff. And like I'm saying, where I'm at today, it's about being transparent. It's about staying focused and determination. Because if you're determined and staying focused, I don't care. Nobody could keep you down. What God had for you is for you. And when I'm saying it's going to be easy, no, it's not. But you're only going to get back what you put in it. So the end of the day is, if we want to change, we have to be the change we want to be. And 12, it says some blacks. Yeah. So anything you have to say, T? Because I wasn't gonna be on for long.
I totally agree with you, and I wanted to go back to women, and women to pull together.
I don't know what you on, but you can't hear you.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good now. You good.
Okay. I was saying I'm not sure why my mic was messing up, but anyway, I was talking about our women, and this is why I developed a women's group, I Am Every Woman. And it's time for us to heal from all the hurt, the pain, the baggage, and everything that women just take on and take on and take on. We weren't designed to carry a lot of the things that we carry. And all of us are going through some things. And so I feel that if we come together, begin to be transparent about the things that hurt us, the things that we're going through in our everyday life, begin to support one another, that I believe that the woman can be a great movement in this season right now. I believe that God is desiring to heal us, but we have to want it. We have to desire it. We've carried things long enough. Some of us are still carrying things from our childhood. Some of us dislike ourselves. Some of us have things that we're ashamed about. It's time to let go of the shame. It's time to let go of the guilt. It's time to rise up, ladies. Regardless of what and how men may feel about us, it's what you feel about yourself. Begin to love on yourself. Begin to love one another. And you will begin to see that there are women that are genuinely for you and not really against you. So thank you, Sheila, for creating this platform. And no, we should not allow any man to allow us to come against another woman, because we are women. Our mothers are women. Our grandmothers are women. Our cousins are women. So we need to begin to stick together as women. And most of the time, women turn against one another is because it's something that is going on within inside themselves that needs to be dealt with. And that's all of us that have things that we all need to deal with. Sometimes I've heard people women dislike another woman because one of their friends dislike them. Have you really gotten to know that individual yourself? Be your own individual, your own authentic self. because you might find out that you like who you really are.
And I like how you put in that, because what I found out here on the social media, it's a lot of clicks. And if one person don't like you, there's a whole group of women don't like you. And they don't. They don't try to get it, know the individual by themselves. So that's why I decide to, if I like, treat me the way I treat you. And we can't just say, oh, this is just social media, this ain't real life. Majority of people, the way you acting here on social media, that's how you acting in real life. And then some not. Some have trust people and got hurt. But the end of the day is not everybody like that. Not everybody a busybody. Not everybody a gossip. Not everybody trying to tear this sister down. You know? So what I am trying to say is that we have to start respecting one another. We really do. Go ahead.
They use that saying, hurt people hurt people. So the individual that they may have trusted in their circle may be an individual that is hurt, that's broken, that has things that their inner self is dealing with, and they just took it out on you. Sometimes people don't really mean to be that, but they just have so much going on in their lives that, you know, the person that is right in front of them is the person that could be the best thing for them, but that's the person that they hurt.
And that's why I always help the ones who is in need. Because the end of the day is, they wonder why a lot of people was on drugs. And what I found out, just talking to them and just advocating for them, that a lot of them had a lot of issues. And that drug had eased their pain. It really had. So the end of the day is, we don't know what the next person went through. We maybe see their glory, but we don't know their story. And like me, I was brain dead. I was in a coma. And my sister witnessed that. I had to walk, talk, think everything back over again. And I shared that here on the YouTube streets. And they used that against me. So, but that's what the enemy do. He do stuff like that. I just met the lady the other day. She had a stroke. And stuff like that. We need woman groups to talk about stuff like that. And some of us not come here just for entertainment, tear each other down. We really is making change in real life, and we decide to use our platform to reflect us. And that's what I'm doing. But the end of the day is, I'm not gonna let you disrespect me. Don't think y'all gonna jump me, and I'm not gonna say nothing. And that's why I said I had to be by myself. Because if you jump me, I ain't supposed to say nothing. No. And I mean jumping when you have people trying to bogart you in the chat here on social media or on the panels. Like I said, I'm not a punk in real life, and I'm not going to be a punk on the YouTube streets. And it's sad that we have a platform that we could use and let people in other countries see us. And people is not really using their platform to change lives. But I am going to have minds like that. And like I said, God said, what good is a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? See, one thing about money, it can't buy you happiness. It can't buy you peace. And it can't buy you your health and strength. Because when I was in coma, I had the best of the best doctors. The only reason why I'm living today is because of the grace of God. You know how many millionaires who died and had the best doctors? So what I'm saying, that we need to really look at our inner self and really seeing what's going on. Do self-examination here. And that's all I have to say. Last words for you, Medina. T, do you have anything to say?
No.
Okay. So I just want to say again, thank you again, 12, Snoop Light, 1SP, hold on. Pretty Apple, and Villain. I want to thank y'all, and thank the ones in the clouds, because a lot of people in the clouds and they don't come out. I want to thank y'all. And like I said, I know been a lot of drama and different stuff. Because one thing about people, when we get together, we all have different personality characters. There's going to be a lot of uproar on things, and we don't really know each other. And they're going to be misunderstandings, and where some take they're not serious, and we don't know each other. So what I'm saying, that just pray and ask God to direct you who to be with, who not to be with, who to support, who not to support. Because the end of the day is, when you come across on these social media, you will meet good people. If we perfect, no. So just like if you have disagreement, you can come back together, and it's not really nothing serious and stuff like that. You can. But the end of the day is to really try to tear a person's character and personality down, and you don't really know them, and then you have outside of their families and then different ones who know them. You put a mirror on yourself, reflection on yourself. Well, you think that person's not this and that, and you don't even know who among you at times on these social media. You don't even know who in the midst. You don't even know who in the clouds. I know who in my clouds, and I know who in my midst now, which I thought a lot of have left. They retired, but they still watch me. And like I said, just be careful, because like the end of the day is, you never know who watching your platform. And I think God, the minds had to chill out, because it was a lot of stuff going on. And that's how I like it, like this. Everybody respect each other in the chat, on a panel, cool, calm, collective.
That's true.
Yeah. And I just want to say, everybody have a blessed day. Yes. Oh, okay. Hold on. She want to get on. 12 want to get on. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't. Okay, 12. Can y'all? Okay. Medina and T, can you see the link in the chat?
No. Yeah, no.
Good morning, Mother. Okay.
Who want to get on?
12.
That can't put me in a mess.
You could say something, T.
Twanda's on mute.
Good morning, Muffy. She could say something.
Go ahead.
I didn't have anything else to say right now.
Okay.
Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, Medina. Good morning, family. How are you?
Good morning.
Well. Good morning.
Good morning, 12.
I just wanted to make a statement about the women's groups. From my opinion, a lot of these males that have been outspoken speak against the fact that women come together and they empower each other, and they're jealous. You know what I mean? And one of the reasons why they're so jealous is because you restore the woman. Because when they get broken because somebody disrespected them, they decided that they are not deserving, because they want to beat down somebody. And then they get with women groups that are empowering each other, and they saying you can do it, you can get a job, you can be independent. And They're like, oh, well, we need that with males and we this and that. When they're not, it's not even that they want to do that. They just don't want the woman to be restored into a place of value because they like devaluing women. This is something that they practice. They practice devaluing a woman. And one of the ways they do it immediately is if she has a child out of wedlock, or if, they can determine that she doesn't have family support. And that is wicked. And that's what they like to do. And I see it when I listen to the guys talking and everything. I said, well, you got mentorship and all of this stuff. I said, and these men, I said, they get together and they're not building one another up. They focusing on black women and they saying they the problem with the community. They supposed to be building each other up like black women do.
Right.
Black women get together and they put their resources together. They see where you weak at and they build that person up. But see, them black men get together. I'm not talking about all black men. I'm talking about these ones that then they focus on, it's the woman that's the problem. She up there having those kids out of wedlock. She when those women, many of the women had the children, their kids in college, their kids doing things in the community. And they complaining and they still complain. What are they doing?
Right.
How you gonna go outside yourself? What mirror are they looking at? When you look at a mirror, you see yourself. You don't see somebody else. You don't see the black woman. You see yourself. What are you doing?
And actually, what I wanted to add to that is, what value are you adding to her? Because a lot of times, and I don't want to down every man, and it's not to male bash or whatever, but we as women also have to be accountable to who we allow in our space, because a lot of times they can't do anything to us except we allow it. And a lot of times women have shame and guilt and feeling like they ain't gonna get anybody else because their self-esteem is down. They're feeling low. They're feeling, that they're not worthy enough because they've been in a relationship where the man didn't value who she was. And so now women carry a lot of baggage and stuff. And see, I attest that to, because our males do not have positive role models in their homes when they're coming up. Because a lot of times the women that they're bashing, the black women that they're bashing, is their mother, is their grandmother, is the woman that they have been involved with, and they didn't step up to the plate and add the value to the woman. Because when God created man, he created him to be the head of the household. And so now the roles have reversed. Women are stepping up and trying to be fathers, and we're mothers. So there is a level of stepping up that they have to do. But then you have to go back and they have to, even if there wasn't a male in their home, they have to go and seek out those positive role models, how to be positive men to the woman as well as to their children. But they're leaving us to take care of the children. Yeah, we're bitter. Yeah, we're angry. Yeah, we have low self-esteem because we allowed you to come in because we thought that perhaps you might have been the man that was going to pray for me, that was going to cover me, that was going to protect me, and that was going to be the man of your family.
Right. And I remember when I was younger, a man wouldn't come to a home where there was children empty-handed. They didn't come into a home where children was present and expect that woman to sacrifice food from the kids to feed him. So we started letting things slide too often, because if the man didn't have anything to add to you, you're supposed to leave him alone, because 0 times 0, 0 plus 0, anything you do with 0 gives you nothing. So why would you bring a person that has nothing to add to you, especially when you're in need? But you got these distorted people. They get people that don't have anything, and that's a problem. Because they start saying, "Oh, you only want a man with money." The man should have a job if you have children, right? If you have a need, why in the world are you trying to change your budget, your family budget, so you can be able to get an increase in any kind of public benefit so you can feed that man because he didn't have nothing coming to the table? It doesn't make any sense. But you see that there's people that do that. That should never have happened. And women need to stop trying to accommodate men that have nothing to add. They already accepted them at zero. That was the problem right then. You don't bring another child into your house. You got a grown, now you just accepted an adult child. And now he is your dependent. That is a twisted, wrong setting from the beginning. That man didn't have nothing when you met him. You should have kept on moving. Keep it moving. And people have to remind women of that. Stop playing with these men. Because as long as you accept a man at zero, he will never add. He will always take away. And I told him, I'm not bashing men. I'm not bashing all men. But there are dusty. There are dusty. There are people that you need to leave alone. Do we agree?
Right.
Right. Yeah. There are people that you need to leave alone. If you got 3 kids and this man has no job, why are you dealing with him? That doesn't make any sense. And now you get an additional stress. But that was how you decided to accept it, because you said, well, he does have the ability to satisfy me sexually. Like sexuality brings some kind of value. You don't need sex to survive. So you have determined to put some kind of luxury above your necessity, and therefore you have nothing. Your sexual desires doesn't trump your everyday needs. So his penis does not help you get food. That he adds to you. He might give you another child. Now you need even more food. That don't make no damn sense. And sometimes you gotta help a woman understand that, because she's feeling frisky or whatever the case. When frisky keeps you in bondage.
And I like how you say that, 12, because here we say we have women groups, but we don't really talk about stuff like that. It's more like focus on talking more like the males issue, how the male feel, whatever, instead of really having that talk about our issue, holding us accountable, holding us transparent, and talking about divorces and stuff like that. And that's why I'm saying, you know what? That's why I Am Every Woman is here on the panel.
And that's why women groups are successful, because women get together to empower each other. They will help that woman. You know, women, we got women groups. They'll help get that woman a business attire. They do all of that. Then you got these men. See, Dusty's getting together with Dusties because they don't want to have a male that's really an alpha male, because they're jealous of him. The woman will let a woman that's in leadership be in the circle and add to her. She would tell you, okay, this is the way you have to get yourself together. You need to wear this kind of outfit. You need to present yourself this way. You need to be a boss. You need to be the queen. But you get a bunch of Dusties together, and all they come up with is that the black woman is the problem. That's ridiculous. Look in the mirror. What do you see? You see yourself. Get yourself together. The man in the mirror. That man needs to look at himself, because see, when it comes to the time of you coming before God, he's not going to ask you about other people's sins. He's asking you about your own sins. This is what I don't understand. But see, there are women who come together. When they have a women's group, they have accountability. And they're going to say that they put it together. These men, they get together. They want to talk about the black woman. Talk about yourself, mister.
That's what, you know what? And I'm glad you're saying that, 12, because the end of the day is we as the gatekeeper. We the one open our legs. So the end of the day is, if he come in us, it's us. Because we had the strength and the power to say yes or no. You know?
Absolutely.
So it go back to us holding ourselves accountable. We only could. A man can only treat us how we treat ourselves. You know? So the end of the day is what I'm saying is, and that's why I want to balance that. I like what you and Medina and I Am Every Woman saying, and that's what I'm saying. We need that in a nutshell, and also that's when I come in that I don't have no hurt and bitter towards our males, but yes, let's work with each other, because the end of the day is our race is the only race that our males is not the head. And then when you go into politics, see, I sit in politics in high places. I see all kind of women there, but they're passing all kind of these laws. So who against who? Black males. But we got a lot of Black females in positions and not really calling things out on the books, on the policies, on the laws for our Black males. So what the system had did, and I could say this because I sit at the table, they had used us a weapon against our males. When it get to the point that we come together and realize that we both are at the bottom, we both need each other. Because the end of the day is God decency and order. He's not going to function as a woman over a man, because that's not his order. So the end of the day is we have Black males in position, the ones who is doing what they're supposed to. Let's focus on the positivity. We have our Black females who are doing the same thing. You see my her mother. You see my young cousin, 36 years old, have her own law firm, a lawyer, attorney. So at the end of the day, when can we see that and lift that up, out each other up, besides tear each other down? Like 12, she's sitting there raising her own, she have a son, and she a single mother. Let's guide her in the direction that her son can have all the service he can with the male not being there. Because the end of the day is she could teach him respect, morals, and standards, but she can't teach him how to be a man. If her grandfather there, her brother there, her uncle there, someone that she could trust to empower that in her son. Let's do this. If we're going to do it, let's do it right. Because at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here, and I'm keeping it real, we're not doing it right here. We saying woman group, but we form a woman with cliques and this, and we're going against our male. We're going against each other, women, us, each other. I'm saying let's be fair. Let's keep it real.
But even Sheila, when you have asked the man, you said, well, what have you done in the community? How have you added? They'll say, well, I'm not a role model, and that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Because as a female, and we helping somebody else out, we are giving them jewels that they may not have had an opportunity to, or whatever their situation. And you do bring it to the table. You say to the guys, okay, so what have you done in your community? How have you helped to move it forward? Right? I mean, come on, these people, they a lot of talk when they start talking about the black woman.
Let them tell them I'm a pick me. I have not and you've been with me, and you know I call myself the real second and everything. Have you ever seen me let a male sit up here and bash a woman on my panel?
No.
And I don't do that. I'm fair to everybody. And I try to be neutral, everything. So the rumor is that I'm supposed to be a pick-me and I'd be around males who I'd be around males who are about someone and do change into politics, into law, into professional and stuff like that. I welcome males and females on my panel. And I do that, and I advocate for males and females, and I'm gonna keep on doing that. Because the end of the day is I am my brother and my sister keeper.
And Sheila, you got to remember that Satan is the accuser of the brethren.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to hear rumors, because then he's never gonna talk about facts, especially if you exposing his kingdom, right? So if you exposing the wiles of the devil, he gonna go in and start talking about all kind of nonsense, see who he can get to believe, right? So if Jesus is our advocate and the devil is our accuser. And if you don't have nobody talking against you, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So it's supposed to come in expected. You know what I mean, Sheila? You know this.
Yeah, I know that, and that's what I'm saying.
You know this,
well, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Majority who supported my platform was brothers. And when Mr. Black, before I passed away, Strong Brother was neutral, wasn't bashing women, did was just trying to tell the males how to live, and the women's and us and what they expect from us and stuff like that. And we had good conversation. That's what it's going back to. Because it's not about us bashing males. And it's not about the male bashing. What can we do to sharpen each other?
Right.
And it always been like that in my real life when we got a couple of brothers together to run for office.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I was at this channel where the black man was saying that he was offering home ownership classes so the people can understand how to become a homeowner. He's a black man, and he said only females attended. He said the black men didn't even come to learn about how to be a homeowner. So a lot of these things is really about the fact that the men, too many men that are complaining in these streets are not taking the time to take the classes that many other women are doing. They're refusing for whatever reason. You know, they got their own hangups. They talk about I can't work under a man. I got to do my own thing. I mean, I have my own self have invited men out to male events, and they would come up with some kind of excuse. Oh, well, they're going to be intimidated by me. I said, how they going to be intimidated by you? You didn't even come. I said, what are you talking about? They come up with excuses that don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to nobody but themselves.
That's all. You know what 12 was saying, that she missed my long hours and pianos, how we had that good talk, and we did males and females and look at their point of views. And good morning, BB. That's another one. Era and J601. That's what it's all about. Bringing my old people back, the ones we had a good old talks, you know, good old conversation. Not persecuting one another. And that's what it's about. I mean, come on, guys, let's do this. Because
you know, Sheila, you show how a person has a situation, or it is you show what are the obstacles and how the person was able to get around it. You know, because when you showed the lawyer, she said she was pregnant and she still took the bar, and she didn't have to take it again. She took it the first time and passed it. She's a very educated young woman. But even though she may have had things that she could have made excuses about, she said she went forward. They said, aren't you afraid that you're going to have a baby? You're going to have the baby? She said, she knows to stay in. That was so funny. I enjoyed that interview. Because a lot of people, one of the main things they'll do, they make excuses for everyday life. Oh, well, I had a headache, or I wasn't feeling well, or whatever. When they know they're supposed to make this appointment, this is the day, this is the scheduled time you're supposed to come here. You got to come. Yes. And people just make excuses. They'll say, well, I mean, I wasn't feeling up to it. Or they made a decision to prioritize wrong. And I'm telling you, a lot of times these people getting caught up because they prioritize it wrong. They prioritize wrong. And we have to help people understand these things. They have to help them see. And I say a lot of women groups do that. They show the women details because we're detail oriented. And these men, they're getting around here arguing about nonsense. That's all I'm telling you. I've seen some men, they argue about stupid stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, they're not making sense.
And yeah, and that's all I'm saying. That's why I just want to bring something different. I don't want to bring all that fuss and stuff. We're gonna talk. Let's talk. And you know, we see the situation. What is the solution?
Yes.
You know. And now, Black History Month. I had talked to my assemblyman. I talked to my mayor. And I'm getting people on the board education seats and see they're gonna bring little tips here for y'all. So the end of the day is a lot of things happening on Zoom. So get to know where your area, who in your ward, get a relationship with your elected official, police department, fire department, code compliance, DPW, plan all that. Because the end of the day is majority of Black people don't get involved with that. They don't. And see, we do a lot of talking and no action.
Right.
And I'm seeing that. And I know that a lot of people here on social media, and there could be health reasons, it could be a lot of things, that they don't really get out the house. And they're really not communicating with people outside. So what they had created their life here on social media. So Yes.
I remember back in maybe 2015, when I lived on North Miller, my pocketbook was thrown on top of the building. So the building was very, very high. And I was like, oh my God, everything that I had, my cars, my money, my license, all of that was inside my pocketbook. Even my social security card. I called the fire department. Now, I was told that they couldn't go up on that roof to get no pocketbook. That was an emergency. But by me knowing and sitting at the council meeting, knowing the chief of the fire department, he got one of his men to get up on that ladder and climb up on that roof to get my pocketbook. That was favored.
Yes.
But by me knowing him and attending, he did that because of me, because he knew me. That's the point I just wanted to make.
When you build a relationship with them,
that came up. Yeah.
No,
you're right.
No, just like I called my mayor yesterday and I told him, look, they love you, they want you. They like, okay, I called my assemblyman. These people I sat at the table, and then my assemblyman, which is a judge, he a retired judge. Now he a lawyer, he grade retired. Now he a assemblyman. He taught me everything about politics, the in and out. So he coming in on here next week. He's a retired judge. He's grade retired for his law firm, and he assemblyman. And he represent us in Albany, New York, in Orange County also. He have an office here, which I could walk from my house to his office, and then he have an office in Albany. And I mean, they have banquets and stuff costing $200 or $300. I don't have to pay. He be like, sure, I got your ticket, whatever. Just come, show up. So these the people I have in my life, God gave me favor with, that I'm bringing here on the YouTube tables. I have my mayor, he coming back. So y'all brothers in the chat, I'm bringing black males in position, knowing with their face, still, we came up with a team for them to run, and they got those seats. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna let y'all know there is other brothers out there that live in the inner city and ran for office and doing the work, and they're gonna let y'all know. I could have left the city. I decided to come back. And let me tell you something, these brothers, they ain't, let me tell you something, they ain't playing. They speak their mind, and I'm telling you, it was a work session Thursday, and I mean, my city council and my mayor, they talk their mind. 3 of them. Black, and they grew up in the city of Newburgh, and they're still here. One of the mayor did, and he was in Poughkeepsie, but still here fighting a fight. And you know what? Hey, we had to give our brother props. Go ahead.
But that's what I think is the problem, Sheila. See, at those meetings, it's about accountability and who's going to do what. Everybody starts getting assignments. You know what I mean? Instead of being a round table where everybody just talking, and nobody's doing anything. See, when you get in real government levels, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do outreach to this certain area or whatever. And it's real. It's real work. It's not a conversation. See, we're taking it from just a conversation to actual real work. And that's where that's where we have the problem. To see, you got so many things people can do as a body, but everybody wants to be in a position where they are the chief when they don't have any Indians. Like, they're not even trying to pull together Indians. That might not be a term people like anymore. But remember, in my time, we used to have chiefs and Indians, right? And they used to say, everybody want to be a chief, yes. Nobody want to be an Indian. All we just saying is everybody's not going to be in leadership.
Right.
When we have certain boards, the board members pick you to be you can run, but you're gonna have to accept the disappointment if you lose. You gotta keep doing it, and maybe you'll get in that position. But if they have not determined you to be the one that they want to put in a position, you're not going to be in leadership, but you still got work to do. And we got a lot of people, they talk, but they really just want to be in leadership, and they don't even designate people that could have under them to do things for them, which is ridiculous.
And
all they do is they just want to be in leadership.
And I found out when coming here on social media that if you don't have a certain amount of subscribers and certain many people in your chat, they call you a failure. I'm like, really, in real life? So you mean to tell me if I have over 1,000 subscribers and my page are not monetized, I don't have so many people in it, I'm a failure? So my thing is, really? Y'all really did got to the point, like I said, some people never had attention till they came on social media, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. They never had that much attention to life. So now what they're doing is they're bashing other people, some of the best YouTubers are small YouTubers. They have the best content created, underrated channels that a lot of big channels is getting their content from the small ones. So the end of the day is, you can't define who I am by my numbers or how many people if I have in chat. If I have one person in my chat, whatever I'm doing, my life is not vain here on social media. The message is not going into deaf ears. So the end of the day is, how you doing, the real DJ Fulu? Let's not judge one another. Unless you sit at the table with me and know me in real life. Because there's a lot of deceit. It's a lot of lying, a lot of back chat talk here on social media. And I'm learning that. So that's why I said, what sector I always say this is?
The real sector.
And always kept it real. And I always want to keep it real.
And you got to.
No. Don't say my Sandra. Don't say nothing. No.
But wait, Sheila, I want to say this. I just want to say this. In reality, some people do need support. That's why we have supervisor and we have managers. But you do have people that do not require micromanagement. Okay, they can work independently.
Right.
But some people, and for some reason in their mind, they think that they are able to be the boss when they're not, because they can't do simple tasks. They do not complete anything.
Right.
And when you break it down, and like in the real sector, right? When you ask them and say, okay, well, what have you done? Do you know your council person? People want to say, I don't need to do that. But what are you doing though? What are you doing? See, This is the problem. You have people that require micromanagement because they do not complete tasks. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you got to break things down for people because they sit up there in their mind, they're everything. But when you put them to task, they're not doing anything at all. You say, okay, well, come here. I'm going to give you a budget of $50,000 and I want you to go out here and do this and that. They can't even put a request for proposal together. They can't put anything together because they're not the boss. But in their mind, they think they can be the boss because they got a lot of mouths. But when you make them sit down and write it out on a piece of paper, they can't put a budget together.
Right.
And therefore, they can't get any money. They're not going to get the big money because they can't put a proposal together. And then they won't network so they can get a proposal writer. Okay, so you can't do that. Okay, you're going to need assistance. It's okay to need assistance. It's okay. That's why people have professionals. You got all kinds of professionals out here. But so many people, they don't want to network. They don't want to require to need anybody. They don't want to work together. They just want to be the boss. But the thing that I'm not understanding, Sheila, is, okay, if you the boss, where are your workers? This is what I'm not understanding. Okay, you the boss, where are your workers? So these people don't even have workers. They don't even identify workers. You can get teenagers. You don't even have a youth department. You don't have nothing because you don't want to do anything. You don't want to delegate anything because you don't want to work. And you got to help people understand that. And you do. And people going to hate on that. Oh, well, because the reality is you're not the boss, because the boss knows what to do. And sometimes you got to break it down for people. That's what a lot of women empowerment groups do.
Yeah.
And the men hate on it. You got to break things down. And if you can't break it down, you ain't doing nothing. That's how we know you're not doing nothing. You're not real because you can't explain it. If you can't explain it, you're not doing anything. And that's the bottom line. You're not going to get no seed money. You're not going to get anything. Nobody's going to put money behind you because you can't do the job. That means you are a worker. It's okay to be a worker. Everybody can't handle all of the things that come to doing stuff. It's okay. But stop hating on the one that can do it. Stop hating.
Well,
we got a lot of haters.
I want to say, what is you doing later on? Around 12.
Who you doing, me?
Yes.
I'm not doing anything.
Do you want to come back up and we could discuss different stuff? Medina, what you doing at 12? Because I have an appointment to get my lashes done. I gotta go get my lashes done. T, you still there?
What time you say?
We're gonna come back at 12.
Yeah,
good morning.
I'm still here. I was just listening to you ladies.
Okay. Can we come back at 12 and we could discuss this? Because I have a lashes appointment to get my lashes done.
At 12 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I may be able to come in because I have Zamaya doing virtual school today, so she might be on lunch, but I'll pop on.
Okay, you say you're not gonna be able to?
I said I'll pop on.
Okay, we ain't gonna be long. I just want us to talk.
At 12, I'll pop on.
And any brothers out there that sound my voice, the ones out, sisters or whatever, if y'all want to get on, just let me know, and I will give y'all the link. And I'm just gonna put the link out there when I get on. And at 12 o'clock, because I have to really go get my lashes done. So
okay.
Yes.
So we'll come back. We'll reconvene.
Yeah, I appreciate it. 12 hours. Yeah, because I had to take my lashes off, and I think I look bad without my lashes. So yeah, that workout on this morning. 12. Where you on? Medina was at. No, Medina.
I saw the replay. I saw the replay.
Yeah. So 12 usually work out with me.
We'll come back at 12 for you because we know you got the appointment.
Okay. All right. Love you, ladies.
Okay.
12 o'clock.
Later,
okay.
guys.
Good night.
Bye. See you.
Bye-bye. Good afternoon.
Good morning. Be back.